It is not that things are difficult that we do not dare, rather, it is because we do not dare that they become difficult. The value of books lies not in their number but in their quality. The less we feel deserving of good fortune, the more we hope for it. One of the most beautiful aspects of true friendship is the ability to both understand and be understood. If you don't know which port you are sailing to, no wind will be favorable. Religion is seen by the masses as true, by the wise as false, and by rulers as useful. True happiness comes from enjoying the present moment without anxious dependence on the future. Just as a gem cannot be polished without friction, a person cannot be perfected without trials. We often fear more than we are hurt and suffer more from imagination than reality. A man who suffers before it's necessary suffers more than is necessary. Sometimes, simply living is an act of courage. It is not because things are difficult that we dare not venture, but because we dare not venture that they become difficult. The brave are truly free. It's not the length of life that matters, but its quality. As long as you live, continue learning how to live. Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness. Brave individuals find joy in adversity, much like soldiers triumphing in war. Love, at its core, is a spiritual fire. The most powerful person is the one who has control over themselves. Life, like a tale, is not about its length but its quality. While we delay, life speeds by. Cruelty often springs from weakness, and luck comes when preparation meets opportunity. Life is like a play, it's not the length but the excellence of the performance that matters. If lived well, life is long enough. The bravest sight is to see a great person struggling against adversity. The day we fear as our last is merely the birthday of eternity. The best cure for anger is to pause and delay. All art is but an imitation of nature. Death is the wish of some, the relief of many, and the end of all. For greed, all of nature is not enough. It is not the person who has too little but the one who craves more who is truly poor. A sword never kills on its own, it is merely a tool in the hands of the killer. Expectation is the greatest impediment to living, as it sacrifices today for tomorrow. A true gift lies not in what is done or given, but in the intention behind it. A person who spends all their time traveling ends up with many acquaintances but no friends. He who does not stop a crime when he can, encourages it. Anger, if not restrained, is often more harmful to us than the injury that provoked it. Our plans fail because they lack direction. If a man doesn't know which harbor he's heading for, no wind will seem favorable. Life is the fire that burns and the sun that gives light. It is the wind, the rain, and the thunder in the sky. Life is matter, earth, what is and what is not, and what lies beyond in eternity. If you wish to be loved, then love. Every guilty person is their own executioner. If a man doesn't know which harbor he seeks, any wind will do. Great fortune is a form of slavery, and difficulties strengthen the mind just as labor strengthens the body. Even after a poor harvest, we must continue to sow. It is the pursuit of superfluous things that wears us down, the unnecessary luxuries that age us and take us to foreign lands. The desire for healing is already half of health. Success is not as greedy as people think, but rather insignificant, which is why it satisfies no one. Those with great power should wield it lightly. No one becomes wise by chance. The hardest burdens to bear are often the sweetest to remember. When I reflect on what I have said, I envy those who remain silent. No one can be truly happy if they are outside the realm of truth, and there are two ways to leave this realm: by lying or by being lied to. Time reveals truth. So let us train our minds to desire what the situation calls for. I trust neither liberals nor conservatives, but rather the wise. No great genius has ever existed without some touch of madness. Constant exposure to danger breeds contempt for it. You only learn what a true pilot is like during a storm. Nothing is more foolish than anticipating misfortune, as it is madness to expect harm before it comes. No one is more severely punished than those who torment themselves with remorse. A happy life is one that aligns with its own nature. I will never be ashamed of quoting a bad author if the line is good. The path is long if you follow precepts but short if you follow examples. Live among others as if God is watching. And speak to God as if others are listening. The blessings of prosperity are desirable, but the virtues of adversity are admirable. A wise person treats all of humanity as a doctor would treat their patients, with care and understanding, knowing they are merely sick.